I'm Sheri Oneal. So when I started this platform, I kind of jumped in. The only thing I knew for sure is that I want to offer some courses, which I'm still trying to learn how to develop, but I also wanted to offer good content. I'm a visual storyteller as a photographer, but I love to write too, and I love to share other people's stories. And I set a goal for myself that I would write a story, I would do a Zoom interview, and I would do this 3 months straight. Art to me is a language. I don't know that I could live a lifestyle without creativity and without art. I want to be able to offer something interesting, helpful, informative, but also meaningful as inspiration, because I feel like art is a second language. So many people find joy in art, whether you're an artist or not. It's something that's been a part of my life since I was a kid. And I want to build a community where people could reach out to each other and share ideas. If I can't do anything else, I hope that through kindness, I can share a part of me, whether it be through my humility. Maybe I can share something that makes a difference or matters. I'm searching for my purpose in life, and I hope that it's centered around helping others. And the only thing I have to offer is creativity, art, and kindness. I just want to create something that people are interested in. I grew up in a very rural area. My mom and dad worked a lot. So I spent a lot of time alone as a young child. And I remember sitting under my favorite little pine tree area. I grew up on a lake and I daydreamed a lot and I would write poetry. And a lot of that poetry was my release. I put my feelings into that. I was lonely as a kid. Writing was my support system. It came out of me. It was a way of releasing my emotions. It allowed me to express myself. And I didn't share those poems with anybody. I didn't want my parents to see them because there was a sadness in that. That was how I coped with being alone so often. Writing was the way that I was able to express myself with ideas that turned into poems, which eventually turned into songwriting. And that grew into my art. I put that same energy into my artwork. I would add little elements in my artwork that was a part of me or a part of how I was feeling or something that was interesting or important to me, even if it was just a single word. I struggled with a lot of self-image issues because I have a speech impediment. And obviously, I have a lisp, and I was made fun of because of my lisp as a young kid, which makes this tougher for me because I hate to see myself on camera, especially talking. I do love bringing people together, and I love being around people, but I have to push myself to go into that space. Putting myself there is really hard. Once I'm there, I'm fine. I always had an interest in art. I had a family friend who had a graphic design studio in her backyard. From a very young age, I would go over there. Her son was one of my best friends, and she would just give us finger paints. I mean, that's how it started, finger paints, drawing, crayon. But it was something that I hung on to because it brought me joy. And when it came time later on to determine a career path, nothing interested me except art. Choosing that as a career was going to be difficult, if not impossible, because society told me that. I chose photography because I loved it and because I had a camera in my hand since I was probably 6 years old or 7 years old. And I wanted to do commercial work. I wanted to be Annie Leibovitz at an early age. My mom was a business owner. She was a hairdresser. She opened up a couple salons and some antique shops. And so I learned a lot about business from my mom. And my dad was the creator. As a creative person, the thing that I love about art is that it is an extension of who I am, everything that's happened, good or bad, through my lifetime. I had a conversation with Valentine Adams talking about balance and flow as an artist. The common thread that I see with this 3 month interview series so far is that balance and flow is something that really is important to the creative process. Balance is something we all struggle with in our lives anyway. There's never a perfect balance. As soon as you have everything going smoothly, something always comes up to throw you off balance. I think it's how you deal with that in life in general. Art is therapy. I really do believe, even if you're not an artist, creativity and art can be a big part of therapy for living a better life and for being joyful. Flow as an artist is that perfect place. It's almost like an out of body experience. And it's something I think that all artists, when they're in that, that's when they truly know they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. When I'm in the best place for flow, it's almost as if someone else is working through me. If you're spiritual, you might think think that's God, whatever you want to believe in. When you're in that place, you're not thinking about creating the art. You're just doing it. It's coming through you. The creative process, where do you go when you get stuck? Where do you find that balance when you can't quite function as an artist or you can't come up with ideas? Being out in nature clears your mind. It's healthy for I'm guilty of self-judgment, imposter syndrome, wondering what I have to offer. Being an artist is a difficult task because you're fighting with the internal desire to express yourself publicly. And I do believe that a lot of artists use creativity as a way to get around things they're struggling with, a way to exert that energy into something else outside of yourself. Growing rhino skin is really important as an artist. Judgment's tough, and social media is a tough place to be, and everybody's got an opinion. Artists are often not good with business and money and finance. It's a deeply emotional job. We put our hearts and our souls into something, and it means something internally to us. And we put it out there, and we hope that people will love it and embrace it. Moving forward, I want to offer tips and possibly courses that will help other artists. I also want to help create a platform to share people's work. There's nothing that brings me more joy than to see someone who's struggling with being seen actually be seen and be valued. And I'm trying to utilize the things that I'm good at to do that. I would love to know if you have information you'd like to share with me, any artists that you think I should interview, anything that you're missing that you think I could help provide, whether it be information, where you think I could take this platform that would be more in tune to what you're looking for. What do you need help with? What do you think I could offer that could help you grow in a creative or artful manner? Am I bringing you anything of value by doing what I've done so far? The stories and the interviews, would you like to see more of that? I hope that you will leave some comments and tell me how I'm doing, like and follow and share. I need help, so I'm asking for your help. I love you guys, and I hope that you'll be interested in learning and creating something. Next week, we'll have a creative push interview. I promise. Stay tuned, and thank you.